Yeah, so this is a new one. Working title is Steady Pace. I don't think we're creative enough to change it, so let's break the stick. I like it.
Yeah, better not.
That you knew last night is gone. Your bones rise and wake with the sun. If somebody told you that this was your last day here, would you tell anyone that you're headed for that dusty little trail? You're heading for that dusty trail, but you're keeping at a steady pace. 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 Vultures are slowly closing in. It's the beginning of the end. Your mother always told you that this was her greatest fear. She tried to save her only son, but you're heading for that dusty little trail. Heading for that dusty trail, and you're keeping at a steady pace. 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 Vultures are slowly closing in. The vultures are slowly closing in. Your mother always told you. Your mother always told you. Mommy tried to save you. Mommy tried to save you. Don't let it last too long. Keep it at a steady pace. Don't let it last too long. Keep it at a steady pace. Don't let it last too long. Keep it at a steady pace. Don't let it last too long. Just keep it at a steady.
us a bit about Hazer.
Yikes. See, we started this thing before we even lived in the same town. We announced to our friends and family that we had a new band and we had a logo. And we took pictures in his college dorm or college house bedroom, and we looked like idiots. It was probably 2007. Our first show was 2009-ish, maybe?
Probably 2008.
2008. So yeah, we've been around the block and then some. We got a lot of stories, road stories, stuff like that. We started the band in college, and now we're, in our early 30s and boldly going nowhere important and still doing it. So,
How did Hazer come together to create music?
We just loved music. I think we were both on a 90s bender, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and this guy went to high school together, so we kind of had the dream. And then we found a couple guys in college on Facebook.
That's where they found me.
Yeah, we were just obsessed with the 90s music. And we were like, man, we need to do something like this.
Yeah, and at the time, I remember you were really, really heavily into Alice in Chains and the Toadies, and like the modern stuff. Even we were listening to, I can kind of hear in what we do. Like we were binging hard on a lot of Queens of the Stone Age at the time. Yeah, and this current iteration of the band, maybe this flows into another question. I don't know, is what version 5.0 of the band. But Ryan and I have been going at it for the long haul. So,
Where does the name Hazer come from?
It's a secret.
Yeah. There is a B-Sides album from Local H from their 2000 to 2002 run. And there's a song on there called Hazer. Hazer's on his back, a full-on all-out attack.
Great song.
Yeah. It's about a drunk guy at the bar. He's a hazer. He always is telling the same story over and over again. And no matter who sits next to him, he just keeps going. And he tells the same story over and over.
He's on a loop.
He's on a loop. He's a hazer. And so that's us.
What local Iowa venues have you played at, and what is your favorite show you've played at?
Where have we played since you've been?
Well, we played at Woolies, Lefties, Vaudeville, Spicoli's up in Waterloo,
Gas Lamp.
the Octopus up in Waterloo.
We played House of Bricks was the first Des Moines show we ever played
Before my time.
Yep. So yeah, I think we played at the Social Club down here. But I mean, right now I think Woolies is. I mean, we're a cheap date. It doesn't take much for us to play a show, but Woolies is kind of our jam right now. We get along with all the people there, and it's just a good win-win situation for both parties.
Yeah, what's the best show you ever played?
Well, my favorite show by far is the Bad Flower show. Their direct support for Bad Flower.
That was cool.
First sold out show I ever played. And
Yeah.
it was incredible. Plus, I love Bad Flower, so it was like a win-win, and it was awesome. I'll never forget that.
I'm going to go with the first time we opened for Local H, just because I remember me and you talking. It's weird to put things in perspective. We're like, if we ever open for Local H, man, that's it.
That was our
all
goal.
we need to do. And it was a weird thing, like now playing some of these shows with some of these other bands that we've played with, and they're big. They've been bigger, better shows, whatnot. I'm more comfortable in my own skin, I guess, than I was back then. Like I'll never forget feeling like I didn't belong at that show. I was just kind of like, man, you've won the fucking lottery, man. And
we had like 4 original songs.
yeah. It's just one of those shows that's like very, very humbling, and looking back, like, man, we didn't belong there. Now I'm like, yeah, I think we can open for anybody or have our own show anywhere.
One thing I remember, we played with Local H a couple years ago, and he said us in one of the songs, California songs, and that was awesome. I was like, dude, you know this.
Yeah, it kind of started off a deal. I mean, that's where we record now. It's the same studio they record at. But it's kind of set a lot of things in motion, and was, I don't know, kind of the tip of the iceberg, if you will. I feel like everything's kind of been better since that day. So, yeah, I don't know.
What does the Hazer creative process look like?
It's tough. I think if you ask any band, you're probably going to hear a different answer. I'd say if you wanted to capture it in a nutshell, it kind of comes usually one of two ways. Yeah, I'll usually bring like just a basic riff to practice, maybe a melody for a vocal or not. And I can kind of tell right away if it's good by just how these dudes react. If we jump onto it and pile on and start going, it's like, okay, we might have some here. If they look at me and their eyes look like 2 pistols in a snowbank, I'm like, that probably sucks. And then we kind of go from there. We've played together so long that there's a natural creative energy that we have too, where a few songs have really just happened. Like as we're jamming and warming up at practice, we're kind of like, what
did we just do?
Yeah. So I'd say those are primarily the two avenues, but we try making it as a collective approach as possible. And it's cool if you work with other creatives and you are all comfortable enough to let your guard down and your ego down. Cool things can happen because I look at like some of the vocals we have and some of the leads we have, bass lines, guitar riffs. None of them really came from any one person. And maybe I kind of started with a melody, and then one of these guys like, yeah, but what if you kind of did this and then this, and then I'm like, oh, I kind of like that, but no, let's do it this way. And so then at the end, it's a kind of a hodgepodge washing machine type of deal, and it comes out just the way it is. So.
How do you balance your music with other obligations?
We don't.
There's no balance.
There's no balance in our life. I don't know what balance is.
Yeah.
I don't care to know what it is. I mean, I grind, rinse, repeat, and that's kind of how
just have fun and drink beer while we do it.
It's kind of how it goes. None of us are super committed to any family obligations, and we just kind of we do us. Yeah.
Yeah, we got set practice nights a week, 2 for sure's.
We're doing 3 nights for the longest time.
And then somebody had to get a second job.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, we just do it.
Yeah.
If Hazer wasn't making music, what else would you all be doing?
Professional wrestling.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
I still feel like there's an outside chance that I might do that someday. I always feel like I should have done that.
Oh, there's still a chance.
Yeah. I know for myself, I think I'd be in the music realm somewhere. I can't ever get out of my blood. Just that rush of performing and working with other musicians and stuff. It's just like it's a drug. It really is. So I don't know how it would look, what it would sound like, but I think I'd always be playing music. I'd definitely be creating in some space. If I'm not creating, I feel like I'm dying inside. So something like that.
Tell us about gaming off the grid.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of a new thing.
Well, new, but it feels like it's old.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years old now.
Yeah, so
It's a YouTube channel.
Yeah, YouTube channel about video games.
Video games and beer, not music related, which is weird, but
it was cool. Kind of the idea, though, actually happened at a band practice. I asked both these guys, like, hey, I got this idea. You guys down? And then we kind of just started rolling, and Ryan's kind of done some stuff with us on the channel as well. Robert and I, it's our baby. I mean, we literally, if it's not music, we're doing that. We kind of have a 5-year plan, and we think one of us will be doing it for a living about that time frame. So
fingers crossed.
It's been going very well. It's a lot of fun.
What is one message you would like to give to your fans?
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for coming to shows, buying merch, wearing our t-shirts.
Yeah.
Coming to shows is a big part.
Yeah, we've got, it's pretty cool. We've got a pretty solid core, and I don't know if you'll hear this or not, but you know who you are. I mean, you show up to every freaking show. You've heard the same shit so many times, and you still come, and it means a lot. It really does. And anybody that goes out and supports live music, you're a pretty badass person. So we couldn't do it without you, and you're a dying breed. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
What are your expectations for Clusterfunk?
Fun.
Excited.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear new musicians and
meet other local creatives.
Yes.
It's going to be my first time there, so excited for it. And
should be a good time. I hope it's not hot as shit. I hate the heat. It just pisses me off.
You can always take clothes off. Dude.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. I'm just because I'm pasty as shit, man. I sunburn in like 2 seconds. So you guys might hear me piss and moan if you come and it's hot. So get ready for that.
Just drink beer.
So it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Are you guys working on anything new?
Always. Yeah, we got some irons in the fire.
Yeah, we got one we played a couple times live, and I like it a lot. It's a banger.
Yeah, it's a cool song. It tells a good story. Well, I don't know if it's a good story. Depends on how you frame it.
It's got a nice pace to it.
It does. It's a cool arc, I feel like.
Yeah. So we'll probably be hitting the studio.
Maybe we'll play that tonight.
Soon.
Ooh, that might be a fun acoustic one.
We don't have drums, but
I think it would sound cool acoustic.
Yeah.
If Hollywood made a movie about Hazer, who would play your roles and why?
Oh my goodness.
I would want Jim Carrey to play me.
That's just not fair. You can't
Just
claim him. Man,
It's mainly because we look alike.
No.
I think what was that guy that used to be on Howard Stern? Sometimes Beetlejuice.
Oh my.
You can play me. I have no idea, man. What do people tell me? Somebody's told me something recently. Ricky Gervais. Is that what they tell me I look like or something?
I'm not
I can
good
kind of
at
see it.
that.
I think it'd be fun to play myself. 'Cause I don't know if anyone else could capture this awkwardness, you know?
And the beauty, of course.
Yeah, the beauty.
Yeah. Damn, that's a tough question. I'm going to stick with Beetlejuice.
That's such a funny answer.
Now, who would play Brian?
Oh, man. I think you get...
The guy from The Hangover?
Yeah.
As the baby?
Oh, Zach Galifianakis? I can see that.
That's Brian.
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis.
And if you want to keep up with the band, we have social media.
Yep. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the main ones. Get Me Off the Grid is the same if you want to follow us on there.
Yeah.
We don't post a lot on the band, only when we have shows, but...
Yeah. We'll probably be firing on all cylinders here come spring.
hibernate in the winter.
Well, we've learned our lesson, and you break down on the side of the road in between here and BFE and it's negative 20 out. That'll change a guy. So
happened multiple times.
Yeah. Woo.